Stop. We are buying these rare error coins, and if you have one, you could be sitting on a fortune. In this full video, I'll show you exactly why these coins are so valuable and how you can spot the ones that are worth serious money. Don't miss this. Your coin could change your life. Imagine for a moment holding a coin in your hand that, to most people, looks ordinary, mundane even. It's a 2002 P1 dime, a piece of currency you might have received as change, tucked away in a jar, or left forgotten in a drawer. Yet, hidden within its tiny size is a secret, a rare uniqueness that could make the holder one of the luckiest people in the world. This is not a story about ordinary coins. This is about a coin that has quietly captivated collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts across the globe. If you have this coin in your possession, even unknowingly, you may be holding a fortune that most people never dream about. The 2002 P1 dime carries subtle variations and rare characteristics that only the trained eye can spot, details so minuscule that they can escape anyone who isn't intimately familiar with coin collecting. It was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, a facility with a long and storied history of producing coins with meticulous precision. Yet even there, anomalies can occur. Sometimes a coin is struck with slight doubling, a tiny error in the mint mark, or a variation in the rim's edge that distinguishes it from the millions of other dimes produced a year. These seemingly insignificant differences are exactly what make this coin a hidden treasure, and the reason collectors fight fiercely to acquire it. The market for rare coins is unlike any other, a world where knowledge, timing, and luck intersect in ways that can make or break fortunes. Auctions are at the center of this universe, the battleground where enthusiasts and investors battle for the chance to own a rare gem. The 2002 P1 dime has appeared in a number of auctions, some public, others closed-door, collector-only events where only the most knowledgeable and determined participants are allowed. In these auctions, every tiny detail matters. Coins are scrutinized under powerful magnification, evaluated for condition, luster, and authenticity. Even a minute scratch, a faint discoloration, or a barely noticeable rim imperfection can alter a coin's value significantly. Those who understand this know that patience and careful observation are rewarded, and that the 2002 P1 dime, with its rare traits, is a prize worth waiting for. What makes the 2002 P1 dime so special? On its face, it carries the familiar image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, as every dime since 1946 has done. His calm, determined gaze, the precise detailing of his hair and features, all meticulously crafted by the mint's engravers. But for collectors, the magic lies in the details beyond the obvious. The tiny variations in the strike, the subtle differences in the placement of the mint mark, or the texture of the coin's surface can elevate an otherwise common dime into a piece that commands astonishing prices at auction. Condition, of course, is paramount. Coins that appear flawless, retaining their original luster and sheen, are sought after above all others. Even among experts, debates arise over which examples are the most perfect, the rarest, and ultimately, the most valuable. Those who possess one know the thrill of holding a coin that could sell for tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more, in the right auction. Collectors share stories of auctions where the 2002 P1 dime appeared unexpectedly, igniting intense bidding wars. In one notable private sale, whispers of a single coin in pristine condition set off a flurry of activity, with bidders from across the United States and abroad competing fiercely. Each bid was more than money. It was a declaration of knowledge, of understanding the coin's rarity and the opportunity it represented. Online auction forums buzz with speculation whenever a 2002 P1 dime is mentioned, collectors analyzing photos, debating grading details, and predicting which example will surface next. Some coins are carefully preserved in protective holders, rarely seen outside private collections, making their appearance at auction all the more exciting. And when they do appear, the results can be breathtaking, with bids climbing far beyond what most casual observers would ever imagine for a coin minted barely 2 decades ago. The 2002 P1 dime story is not just about auctions. It's about the careful artistry and precision of the Philadelphia Mint. Each dime carries a history, a tradition of excellence that stretches back over a century. Mint employees meticulously check every strike, yet in a production run of millions, occasional anomalies occur. These anomalies, whether they are double dies, small errors, or minute variations in detail, are what transform a coin into a collector's dream. And collectors know that spotting these subtleties is the difference between holding a common coin and possessing a rare gem that could command extraordinary sums. Over the years, as auctions have showcased these rare examples, prices have steadily climbed, creating a sense of anticipation and excitement among those who understand the coin's true value. Owning a 2002p1 dime is like holding a secret the world doesn't know. Imagine discovering one in your pocket, perhaps thinking it's just another dime, only to realize through research or expert advice that you have something exceptional. The thrill of that discovery, the rush of excitement, and the knowledge that you possess a coin that could fetch a life-changing sum at auction is a feeling few can ever describe. And yet, this is the reality for the lucky few who stumble upon these treasures. Every auction further cements the coin's reputation, with prices reflecting both its rarity and the relentless pursuit of collectors who recognize its value. The 2002p1 dime also reminds us that even in modern times, coins can be more than currency. They could be investments, collectibles, and symbols of luck. Each auction tells a story, a narrative of collectors seeking perfection, of bidding wars igniting, and of small, seemingly insignificant coins transforming lives. Those who track these auctions know that every 2002p1 dime has a potential story behind it, where it came from, how it was preserved, and the journey it took from the mint to a collector's hand. And with each new auction, the suspense grows, the value climbs, and the legend of this coin continues to unfold, making it one of the most fascinating modern rarities in the numismatic world. As we near the conclusion of this incredible story, it's time to reveal what makes this coin truly extraordinary. Recent auction results have demonstrated that a 2002p1 dime in pristine, near-perfect condition can reach incredible values, with some examples fetching tens of thousands of dollars. This is a coin that, while minted in the modern era, has achieved a level of desirability that puts it in the same conversation as coins much older and historically significant. It is the combination of subtle rarity, condition, and the collector market's passion that drives its value so high. And for the person fortunate enough to hold one today, whether knowingly or by chance, it is a moment of discovery, a reminder that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest treasures, and that the thrill of auction, of collecting, and of uncovering hidden value is alive and well. So if you have a 2002p1 dime, even tucked away in a drawer, consider it a potential treasure. Study it, seek expert advice, and prepare for the possibility that it could bring you incredible luck, wealth, and a story you'll never forget. Every auction, every private sale, every whispered tale of collectors fighting to acquire this coin adds to its legend. And while most people will overlook it, those who recognize its rarity and act decisively could find themselves holding one of the most remarkable coins of the modern era. Remember, the 2002p1 dime is more than just currency. It's a secret. Imagine for a moment that you're sifting through a box of coins that's been tucked away in your attic for decades, forgotten, overlooked, a simple piece of metal among thousands of others. You pick up a small silver-colored coin, smooth from years of handling, with a face that seems familiar yet almost ordinary. But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking 1975 one dime could make you one of the luckiest people in the world? That's right, this tiny coin, seemingly insignificant in your pocket change, holds a secret that has captured the attention of collectors and auction houses worldwide, turning ordinary men and women into instant legends in the numismatic community. Auctions have seen these coins reach staggering figures, and if you have one in your possession, you might already be sitting on a fortune you never imagined. The 1975 one dime is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history, a silent witness to a world that was in flux. The mid-1970s were a period of economic uncertainty, cultural revolution, and subtle technological shifts. This coin, minted during that time, carries with it the whispers of an era that valued precision, artistry, and craftsmanship in every detail. Every curve of its design, every line engraved into its metal, tells a story about American life, about the values of the people, and about the artistry of the mint that produced it. Collectors know that coins from this era can carry secrets, tiny variations, mint marks, and anomalies that turn something ordinary into an extraordinary treasure, often revealed only under magnification and expert scrutiny. In fact, auctions often highlight these subtle features, showing off examples of the 1975 one-dime that are so pristine, so perfectly minted, that they command prices that seem unbelievable to the average person. What makes the 1975 one-dime particularly intriguing to collectors is not just its age or silver content. It's the rarity of certain variants, the precise combinations of mint marks and dies that were used that year. Some coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, others at Denver, each carrying unique identifiers that experts look for when assessing value. The condition of the coin, known as its grade, plays a massive role in determining what it might fetch at auction. A coin that has been preserved in near-mint condition, with every detail crisp and untarnished, can bring tens of thousands of dollars to an eager bidder in a high-profile collector auction. Imagine a silent room full of people, all eyes fixed on a small, unassuming coin as the auctioneer's gavel comes down and the bid skyrockets. This is the world in which the 1975 one-dime thrives, a world where knowledge, patience, and a keen eye can turn a simple coin into a financial miracle. Collectors often hunt for these coins with the same intensity as treasure seekers looking for lost artifacts. They scour estate sales, old coin rolls, and hidden stashes in attics and basements, knowing that any 1975 one-dime could hold the key to an incredible discovery. Auctions are their battlegrounds, where every small detail is dissected, discussed, and debated. A tiny scratch, a barely visible minting anomaly, or even a slight misalignment can dramatically alter a coin's value, sending bids into the tens of thousands. And while some people discard these coins as trivial, the seasoned collector knows that the 1975 one-dime is a hidden gem, one that has consistently gained value over the years. In fact, recent auctions have shown that these coins, when in exceptional condition, can fetch anywhere from $160,000 to $170,000, making them some of the most sought-after items in the numismatic world. What makes owning this coin so thrilling is the sense of being part of an exclusive club. If you hold a 1975 one-dime in your hands, you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a piece of a story that spans decades, a story that collectors around the world are eager to add to their own collections. The coin becomes a bridge to history, a tangible connection to an era that is otherwise lost to time. Auctions around the world frequently feature these coins, and the excitement is palpable. Bidders study the coin, scrutinize every detail, and the tension rises as they compete against one another, all vying for the chance to own a piece of history. And each auction, each record-breaking sale, only adds to the mystique of the 1975 one-dime, creating a legacy of rarity and value that continues to grow. Even beyond its monetary value, the coin holds artistic significance. The imagery, the engravings, the careful craftsmanship, all of it reflects a level of attention and dedication that is rarely seen today. Each line tells a story, each curve a deliberate choice made by skilled artisans at the mint. Collectors are drawn not only to the financial potential, but also to the beauty and historical weight of the piece. And in the world of auctions, where presentation and provenance can make or break a sale, the 1975 one-dime shines as a prime example of American numismatic artistry. Auction houses love to feature these coins in their catalogs, often highlighting them as crown jewels of their collections, and bidders respond with fervor, driving the price ever higher. The allure of the 1975 one-dime is not merely hypothetical. It has been proven time and time again in auction rooms across the globe. High-profile sales, often covered in numismatic publications, reveal coins that have remained in private collections for decades suddenly hitting the market. Each time, the outcome is electric, with collectors vying for a chance to claim ownership. Some coins, rare due to minting errors or exceptional preservation, have even shattered previous auction records, cementing the 1975 one-dime's reputation as a coin capable of turning fortunes. For anyone lucky enough to find one in their own collection, the realization is breathtaking. You could be holding a coin that commands six figures at auction, a coin that will make headlines and define your place in the collector community. And here's the final, thrilling truth. If you happen to have a 1975 one dime, you might already be among the luckiest people in the world. Imagine the anticipation of placing it in a protective holder, submitting it for professional grading, and watching as collectors from around the globe compete in a high-stakes auction to own it. Each bid climbs higher, each moment more exciting, until the gavel finally falls and your ordinary coin transforms into a staggering fortune. It's not just money, it's prestige, history, and the kind of excitement that collectors live for. Auctions have repeatedly proven that this coin, when carefully preserved and expertly presented, can command astonishing sums, often the range of $160,000 to $170,000, leaving owners and collectors alike in awe of its potential. As you hold a 1975 one dime in your hand, it's impossible not to marvel at how such a small object can carry such enormous significance. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that seems ordinary at first glance, the kind of coin you might find in your pocket or loose change jar, yet it carries a secret that only a few people in the world will ever know. This is the story of the 2021 P1 dime, a coin that might be sitting quietly in your wallet, hiding a fortune beyond anything you could imagine. Many people pass it by, unaware that what seems like just another dime could make someone richer than they ever dreamed. If you have this coin, you are among the luckiest people in the world, though most don't realize it. Its journey begins in the halls of the Philadelphia Mint, where this seemingly ordinary dime was struck in 2021. Unlike the countless dimes produced each year, this one carries subtle differences, minute variations, and rare qualities that make collectors around the globe desperate to get their hands on it. Every auction tells a story of collectors fighting tooth and nail, of bids rising in moments, of whispers in secret rooms where only those in the know are allowed to participate. You might not think that a coin minted just 2 years ago could fetch extraordinary sums, yet the 2021 P1 dime defies all expectations. Its rarity is not in its date alone, but in the imperceptible details that only trained eyes, experienced collectors, and professional graders can identify. At first glance, it looks like any other dime, but when examined under precise lighting with magnification, the subtle anomalies begin to appear. Perhaps it's a tiny doubling of the date, or a slight variation in the rim, or a detail in the mint mark that most people overlook. These are the features that turn an everyday dime into a coveted collector's treasure. Collectors around the world know that the market for rare coins is unforgiving. Prices can skyrocket in a heartbeat when the right coin appears at the right auction. The 2021 P1 dime has quietly made its way into a few exclusive collections, passed along through collector-only auctions, secretive bidding wars, and private sales that never make the headlines. Yet every time it surfaces, the excitement is palpable. Auction houses see dozens, sometimes hundreds of bidders, each one ready to outbid the other to secure what they know is a once-in-a-lifetime find. And while most people might scoff at the idea of paying thousands for a dime minted just a year ago, these collectors understand the subtle nuances, the grading, the provenance, and the story behind the coin that justify these astronomical sums. Imagine being the person who casually finds this coin in circulation, unaware of its potential. That coin in your pocket could literally change your life. It could be the key to financial security, the ticket to wealth, and yet, only if you know its value. Only if you understand the secret world of coin auctions and the passionate collectors who drive these prices ever higher. The design of the 2021 P1 dime is a testament to both history and artistry. On its obverse, the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt gazes out, each detail carefully struck, each feature meticulously preserved. But beyond the surface, collectors notice differences that the untrained eye will miss. Perhaps the lines of the hair are subtly sharper, or the details of the torch and olive branch on the reverse shine differently depending on the light. These micro variations make all the difference when grading a coin for auction. Condition is everything, and the 2021 P1 dime is no exception. Even the slightest imperfection or unintentional mark can change a coin's value dramatically. That's why serious collectors inspect every coin under magnification, comparing it to known rarities, consulting grading guides, and sometimes even sending it to professional grading services before daring to place a bid at auction. And when the auction begins, tension rises. Each bid is measured, strategic, a reflection of years of knowledge, and sometimes pure intuition. A single 2021 P1 dime in pristine condition can fetch sums that boggle the mind, sums that leave ordinary people wondering how a small, silver-colored coin could be worth more than a car, more than a home in some regions. Yet those who understand the market, those who track auctions, know that this coin is not just currency. It is a piece of history, a work of art, and a rare treasure all in one. Every auction tells a story, and the 2021 P1 dime has a narrative that spans continents. From the quiet rooms of secret auctions in New York and Philadelphia, to online bidding platforms where collectors from Europe and Asia compete in real time, the coin moves through hands, each one appreciating its subtle differences and unique charm. Experts talk about it in hushed tones at coin conventions, sharing photos and anecdotes of past auctions, of moments when a single 2021 P1 dime outbid everything else in the sale. These are not isolated events. They are part of a larger ecosystem where knowledge, timing, and luck intersect. And for the few who possess one, there is a constant sense of anticipation. Will another auction reveal yet another variation? Could the value climb even higher than the last record-breaking bid? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes owning this coin such an exhilarating experience. Collectors and investors alike often stress that timing is crucial. Coins like the 2021 P1 dime do not increase in value overnight. Yet when the right conditions align, auctions see the price soar. Those who were paying attention to subtle minting differences, who spotted a coin with near-perfect luster, who understood that Philadelphia Mint struck only a fraction with these rare anomalies, have already seen the rewards. The thrill is part of the journey. Every auction a battleground. Every bid a declaration of knowledge and desire. And even now, as news of its rarity spreads slowly but steadily, more and more collectors are joining the hunt. Online forums buzz with discussions, auction catalogs highlight rare finds, and whispers of private sales circulate like treasure maps, guiding serious collectors to opportunities that could secure them unimaginable wealth. Now, as we reach the climax of this incredible story, the moment everyone has been waiting for, it's time to reveal the ultimate truth about the 2021 P1 dime. If you possess this coin in near-perfect condition, with subtle features confirmed by expert grading, you are holding a piece of history and fortune combined. Recent auctions have demonstrated that these coins can reach values of $160,000 to $170,000, sums that most people never associate with modern coinage. This is not a hypothetical. This is the reality of a market driven by scarcity, detail, and the fervor of passionate collectors. Imagine the thrill, the disbelief, the joy of realizing that what seemed like an everyday dime in your hand is actually a life-changing treasure. And as the auctions continue, as collectors compete and bids climb ever higher, the story of the 2021 P1 dime continues to unfold. Every time it surfaces, every time it appears in a catalog, it reminds us that even in our modern era, rare coins can still make ordinary people extraordinarily lucky, that the thrill of the hunt is alive and well, and that a small, unassuming coin can hide a fortune waiting to be discovered. So, if you're holding this coin, even unknowingly, consider it a sign of incredible fortune. Study it, learn its subtleties, and perhaps, when the time is right, present it at auction, where collectors will recognize its true value, where the price will reflect its rarity, and where the lucky few who understand its significance will reap the rewards that only history, craftsmanship, and the secretive world of coin collecting can provide. Remember, the 2021 P1 dime is not just a coin. It's an opportunity, a treasure, and a reminder that sometimes luck hides in the most unsuspecting places, waiting for someone savvy enough to discover it.